You've tuned into The Mountain Gardener with your host, Ken Lain. Gardening, it can be challenging, but with these simple insider tips, you'll reap huge rewards. Now, let's tune into today's Mountain Gardener with Ken and Lisa. We are back with Lisa Waters Lane in the studio. We give her this segment each week just to talk about or to rant on whatever garden thing she wants. So, welcome to the studio, Lisa.
Thank you. I do not rant. That is your job. You're the ranter.
I don't rant. It's rare that I rant. Every once in a while I get on my soap. A rant is I'm upset about something I want everyone to know. I just try to inform and have fun talking about it. I like spinning words, talking.
Whatever you want to call it, dear.
I'll shut up now.
Fat jets. So this segment is spring perennials. Okay. So your first question should be, what is a perennial?
So Lisa, what is a perennial?
So perennials are those plants that come back every year. So there's different types of perennials. There's herbaceous, there's different kinds of perennials, but mainly thing to know is they come back every year.
Perennial and permanent are both start once and done. Plant it once and you're done.
Right. A lot of people get it confused with the annual because they think, oh, annual every year.
Yeah.
But it's not that. So I brought in a few examples for those of you that are watching. You'll get to see these. But we do have some really pretty already blooming perennials in. And the first one is the Armeria. This one is Dreams.
Dreams
Sweet
Armeria.
Dreams. So
it's beautiful.
It is. So it has little ball flowers to it. This one has a pink, kind of almost a lavenderish color to it. They come in white. They come in pink. They kind of have a grassy base that these flowers shoot out of. Oh, I would say 6 to 8 inches above that little grassy mound. Beautiful little spring flower. And I think, do they bloom all season or just in the spring?
They bloom mainly through all through spring, but they continually put up, if you fertilize them right, they'll keep putting up these flowers.
Yeah.
Summer, they're going to take a little bit of a break.
Yeah. But they're long blooming, and they'll bloom for quite a long time.
This reminds me of a pincushion flower or scabiosa on steroids. The foliage is the same,
right?
But the flowers are actually larger than a pincushion flower, and they're more ball shaped. It's like a Dr. Seuss flower, perennial of scabiosa or pincushion flower. But it's got that kind of flower. Butterflies are going to love this.
Definitely.
When they're migrating up, they are going to find this and land on it.
I would think hummingbirds would like it.
I would think so
too. It kind of has
that
little tubular look in the flowers.
A perennial, full sun, right there in the gardens. Put some rock and asphalt around and kick dirt at it.
Loves the heat.
It's still gonna bloom every single year. It's beautiful.
So really pretty.
Armeria. Dreams Armeria. Dreams. I didn't know the dream. Anyway, there we go.
So that's a real pretty one. The other one that we've got in, so this is a new dianthus carnation, which they come in whites and reds and pinks and you name it. They're usually very fragrant. They come in simple blooms and double blooms. This is a new one called Constant Cadence Potpourri.
Constant Cadence. That's a terrible name.
Really cool.
Potpourri,
but see all the different colors
look like a potpourri
in there.
Yeah.
So it's got light pink. It's got purple. It's got the dark pink. Just a real splash of color out there in the yard. Very fragrant. Kind of has like a cinnamony.
Oh, it does. That smells. That smells amazing.
It does.
Oh wow! And animals like a javelina
do not like
typically don't eat this. They're fine with it. So because they don't like that smell, or the taste.
So, like I said, it comes in a varieties. I like this one just because it's splash of color.
Look at that. It's beautiful.
But you can get white, you can get red, but there's another. Well, a mix of white and red and pink. So, and this one does bloom pretty consistently throughout the whole season.
It's crazy.
So
if you deadhead it will bloom again.
Yeah.
If you deadhead, take those spent flowers, it comes back again.
Definitely need to deadhead it, but it's a continual bloomer.
If you were to hit this, deadhead it and fertilize it
with your flower power
twice a month with flower power. It would be nonstop riotous color right through the year. And animals aren't going to eat this. Again, this is anytime you see the word pinks, carnation, or dianthus, they're all the same.
Same family.
They're all perennials that come back. The flower size, so carnations are a little bit bigger, Dianthus a little bit smaller, and pinks are a little bit smaller yet, but they have more flowers.
Mhm.
But you know you've got a good plant from the mountains of Arizona. They're going to bloom a
Mhm.
long time with easy
Very,
care.
very well grown in containers.
Oh, yeah.
I have them in several containers, and they're just as happy as can be.
There you go.
Yeah.
Potpourri, Dianthus.
So
Let's
some
get
of
the cadence.
So we've also got blanket flower in, otherwise known as gaillardia. So we do have that in. That usually has that orangey to red flower on it.
Yeah.
There again, there's a few varieties within it. But a great plant for here, also animal resistant because it has kind of that fuzzy leaf to it. They don't like it gets caught in their throat. So they just kind of
I need a soda.
stop on that one. We did get some salvia gratii in, some of those
they in bloom
autumn
yet?
sages. Some are in bloom.
Oh, nice. Wow.
Yeah. So I think most of them are kind of the pinkish, purpley color,
Yeah.
not the red, but those are probably aren't far behind. Beautiful selection of columbine have come in.
I saw those. Stunning.
Very nice. So yellows, but you also get them in blues and reds. They have a songbird mix that has all the colors in it. Nice plant for here underneath some of those trees where it gets a little bit of shade.
It's a native.
Mhm.
There's a yellow. I think that's our state flower, or it's our state. I don't know what it is. Anyway, columbine's mentioned in the state. It's a yellow one. It's mainly up towards the flag, the mountainous areas.
The true
It comes up as a wildflower under the canopies of the pine trees and stuff. So
Mhm.
yellow is not going to be eaten by the animals. Sometimes they'll eat the other colors, so they're
Right.
tastier, I guess. It's just been personal experience.
Mhm.
So if you're out in the forest, go yellow. Everyone else, get the fun colors.
There's
all kinds of them. It's like a rainbow of columbine out there, and they're in bloom right now. So beautiful.
We also, not blooming, but real pretty is the blue fescue grasses.
Yeah.
I like those because they're real pretty in containers or along your perennial beds. So we got some new of those in, just real pretty and soft green. Reminds you of Easter.
Yeah.
The other thing we got in is the rainbow ascot euphorbia. So this is a great plant for here. Multiple colors on the leaves, kind of a pinks and greens and creams. Usually in, I want to say April when they bloom.
Yeah, April, May to June.
Yeah, it's a chartreuse green bloom on it that lasts a crazy long time, but it is so bright out there. So you get that really bright bloom with the multicolor in the leaves. Very attractive. Takes our cold weather. Actually stays evergreen in the wintertime.
It is evergreen, although the snow got on ours and had them lay
Kinda
over.
beat
So I might trim them back just to
Definitely.
fertilize them, just to get them to perk back up.
Right. Very low water usage. Critters don't like it.
Yeah.
We've grown them in the ground and we've grown them in containers. They do excellent both ways. It's a cousin of it's the euphorbia family. So it's cousin of the gopher spurge or the gopher plant that people like. But I just think it's prettier. It's got a lot more color to it.
Well, if you like golds and reds and greens, it's prettier. If you like blues, the gopher plant is probably better because it's blue. One color, boring sky blue.
But it blooms that bright green too, so that's real pretty.
It's got, I think gopher spurge has yellow, gold colored or something. Anyway, we'll look that up online at Water's website, Top 10 Plants. It'll have it right there. You can see them in bloom.
Oh, it will. Okay. We also got in some sweet pea. So not the edible, although I have the edible eating one too, but the sweet pea that blooms that really I have them in 6-packs. They get the strong smelling blooms on them, really pretty. Those only coming in the spring. So
yeah, that's just a spring bloomer. It's a spring. You need it now.
Yeah.
I did find out at an event earlier last week, you can't say the word edible anymore. Edible to us is like fruit trees, berries, tomatoes. To everyone else, it's not that. Right. So flowering, delicious.
Things you can eat.
You can eat. Yeah, there we go. That's how you say it. We just said it. Anyway, Ken and Lisa Lain, the Mountain Gardeners. Thanks for tuning in. Water's Garden companion plants of the month are lilac, poppy, purple plums, and our songbird columbine.
This graceful beauty dances in the shade of the garden, holding its head high, smiling back at you.
This bloomer comes back each spring with lacy green foliage, promptly followed by amazing two-tone flowers.
An excellent cut flower that is both deer and rabbit resistant.
So hardy, some varieties naturally call Arizona home.
Songbird columbine can only be found at Waters Garden Center in Prescott.
For a more fruitful garden, increase success in the landscape that just feels better, then tune in daily to the Mountain Gardener podcast. Subscribe through your favorite podcast streamer or visit watersgardencenter.com. Better yet, visit me directly right here at Waters Garden Center. Thanks for tuning in.